Hi, this You come so far, and now you're in my own backyard. And I've been minding on my own business, minding all the stones I can't see. It all revolves around me. You've turned the fool. Before you even scanned me, I knew. 'Cause I've been minding all my own business, minding all the stones I can see. But now you've come for me. Put away your guns, put away your threats and your taunts, they don't mean that much to me. Put away my boy, don't come here no more, or you'll find out there's much more to me. Quickly drop the pain and fly, but I got something in my heart for you, something that you might wanna see. I'll set the baby free, oh, don't be fooled. This top 10 ain't no big heavy mule. Oh, it's been engineered to death for you. Hope you'll be impressed as your shields fall to hell, boy. Put away your guns, put away your threats and your taunts, they don't mean that much to me. Put away my boy, jump to cruise my boy, your high wake is the last thing I'll see. Oh. Heard a cobra landing near the town. Thought it was an apex, but nobody was around. So I got back to my duties, then I walked into the lab. Thought I saw the Reaper leaping madly in the black. If this is my time, then I'm ready. Is this the day that I die?
Hi, this is Tiffany Clare, and I play Valentina in The Dex Legacy. The Dex Legacy is a member of Apollo Plus, a creator-owned platform where every subscriber helps audio drama makers like the Dex Legacy team. Subscribers get to listen ad-free to their favourite drama and fiction shows and gain access to exclusive bonus content. Join Apollo Plus by downloading the Apollo Podcast app or going to apollopods.com. We'll post a link in our show notes. Now please enjoy this episode of The Dex Legacy.
Get the full Dex Legacy Season 2 box set ad-free and in high-quality audio now by going to thedexlegacy.com or following the link in the show notes of this podcast.
The Dex Legacy is intended for a mature, adult audience and contains themes that some may find upsetting. A comprehensive list of trigger warnings covering the entire season can be found in the show notes. Previously on The Dex Legacy, en route to the Blood Road, Ren revealed our escape plan to Varian and Isra. The plan demands much of Isra, and she is still processing her emotions. Ren is concerned that she will never forgive him, but I have faith that their relationship will endure. They have faced many challenges together. Meanwhile, Nathaniel Dex is about to learn what being a new member of the International Confederation of World Leaders really means. Listening to The Dex Legacy Season 2, Episode 2, For the Love of the Fight, starring Chris Gregory, Warren Graham, Annika Cordes, Louis Watson, Kamara Elliott, Kelsey Griffin, Charlie Richards, Stevie Skinner, Danielle Ellett, Ray Whitty, Reginald West, Danny Scott, Raki Sharma, and Emily Inkpen, with music by Dr. Alan Stroud.
Auto. Messages.
Of the correspondence filtered through your staff, there are over 600 items requiring your personal attention. I have attempted to prioritize these items for you.
Oh? What's first on the list?
A message from the International Confederation of World Leaders.
Oh, yes.
They are due to convene in 1 week.
Yes, I'm aware.
They wish to convene here on Dex Island.
What? Tristan?
Yes, Nathaniel.
Is this some sort of joke?
It is not.
It says here they've decided that the first meeting with a newly initiated state should be hosted by that state. Damn it.
Von Lee must be behind this personally. I received no warning.
Of course he is. He wants to come here and put his nose where it doesn't belong.
There's an obvious solution, Nathaniel.
I wonder if our minds are aligned.
There are a number of large houses on the island that are currently unoccupied. If we select one and hold the event there needn't be anywhere near the lab or the military base or our primary administrative facilities.
Yes, there's a big house on the cliffs north of here. Do you know what it's called?
East Point.
How imaginative. If whoever lived there named it, they didn't deserve it. Tristan, see if it's fit for purpose. We should be able to keep everyone contained there, and it's close enough that I can come back when necessary.
This will be difficult. It will involve every representative and their staff arriving for 2 days. No single house will be able to contain them.
Can it be done?
As long as I can focus all efforts on this event, there's nothing to be concerned about. We can use other houses in the vicinity, and no maps will be issued, so there'll be no curious individuals wandering off and getting lost too close to the palace or military base.
Good. As for my personal staff, Tristan, that pair I had at the last Confederation.
Valentina Vardy and Kit Johansson?
Yes, I want them on my team again. They were excellent. How is Vardy? She took that spike for me and you said it was serious.
Nothing Devik's team couldn't put right. When it comes to toxins, we either invented them or based our improved versions on them. Valentina was sensible enough to bring the spike with her, so we identified the toxin and acted quickly.
And what was it?
One of ours. A nasty one, too. Devik was disappointed by its performance, but apparently the delivery method was crude. Either way, Valentina pulled through. I'll make sure they're on your team again.
Good.
Nathaniel, why have you altered my deadlines?
Good morning, Osa.
You cannot expect me to build an airship in this time frame. With half my staff building defences on the North Jakran border, this is ludicrous.
We have a large-scale recruitment drive in progress as we speak, and Tristan is in charge of the permanent and temporary settlement of new workers. You should be well covered.
They are yet to be onboarded, Nathaniel. Getting workers from first arrival to fully autonomous and capable engineers and mechanics is a long process. No?
Devik, you are oddly quiet. When Osa starts talking about deadlines, you usually have a lot to say.
Well...
Something's wrong?
Nothing you need to worry about.
Which means I need to worry about it. Don't make me ask Otto.
It's fine. A small incident only. An unstable virus got loose and I've had to quarantine a section of the lab.
With people inside.
8 were caught out.
And what's being done?
Well, they're still alive, although their symptoms are progressing. They're monitoring themselves closely. The sweats are easing, but the blood boils and nausea are affecting their ability to take accurate readings.
Will they die?
Most certainly. The trick is getting as much information as possible before they do. The infected team has been developing an infection similar in style to one we found in the seed data, a plague known as the Black Death. On our ancestral planet, it was carried by small mammals called rats. This strain could be carried effectively by our common Tamet lizards.
I see.
Incoming urgent news.
Read.
President Aravan has died in office, aged 48. Erla Aravan has taken his place as president of South Jakra.
Erla Aravan? His wife?
Yes.
Tristan, you did this?
My people were involved in an undercover capacity, yes. There were 3 separate parties organizing coups at the same time, and I had people in all of them.
And you ensured Erla Aravan's party succeeded?
I did.
I've met her a few times, but we've never spoken for long. Is she agreeable?
She's a rare combination of indifferent to Dex Island and pragmatic. She's not an idealist. She'll act in her own self-interest.
Interesting.
Is it?
Yes, it is, Devik. We're currently fortifying the border between North Jakra and South Jakra. If this new Aravan's interested in securing the continent and she's prepared to act, that would place us in the middle of a war.
Exactly. Whatever side pays us will win. We just need to make sure the new president of South Jakra understands that our relationship with North Jakra is nothing more than business.
If we do that, she may choose to outbid her neighbour. If that happens, we'll be working for her, and she'll gain the upper hand.
Either way, more money for us.
Aravan, what kind of woman is she?
She's a high-class Jakran. So paranoid, used to getting her own way, ambitious, and may as well be living on a different planet.
A different planet? How so?
High-class Jakrans have no idea what the real world is or how it works, Osa. They're completely cut off from the lives of everyday people and see existence as a game they intend to win.
A game? That should please you, Tristan.
I am the master of all games, Devik. This one is comparatively dull, but I'll try my best to enjoy it.
We're a long way from the training quarter. We're not playing games anymore. I need a status report now. What are your positions? Ren?
South. Variant, they found a new favourite foothold.
How many?
Ren's got 11 variant, if that. I'm doing a pass.
Good to know, thanks, Raya.
Paris?
We've been taking fire from above. I'm hunting.
Above? How's that?
Tunnels, Varian. If a lower mountain tunnel leads to an underground stairway, they'll loop up behind us.
We collapsed a few of them already, but there must be more.
There are loads. Shiv, you there?
Shiv's busy here. Pax?
Yeah, Ferris, you need me?
Sure, Pax. I want to flesh them out.
On my way! We've got a wave coming in from the north.
Hey, Ndos, how are we doing?
We are already busy, Varian.
I'm on my way.
Ren, I see another 10 coming in and... Wait. You've got snipers getting into position up behind you.
Ren, find cover now!
Ash, you there?
You're finally calling me in.
Take them out.
On it! Oh, it's good to have something to do. Serious request, Varian. Don't make me shadow Ren tomorrow. It's boring.
Ren, stop showing off. Faris?
Pax went into the tunnels. They keep coming out, and I keep killing them.
You think they would stop after losing so many?
It's Dominar all over again. Borders mean bloodshed.
Ren, save the philosophy until later, will you? Where are you?
He's good. I just took out another wave. He's right. This is their new favourite foothold.
Thanks, Raya. Ash, any luck with the snipers?
Have any shot you?
No?
There's your answer. I'm coming down now, Ren. I'm about as useful as a rusted rifle up here.
All right, if you insist.
Ash, get stuck in. Raya?
I see a retreat happening. Yeah, they're pulling back. Looks like they've had enough for the day.
Are you kidding me? I just got here.
We'll put you on the north side tomorrow, Ash. How does that sound?
Sure. And Ren, stay at camp.
Don't worry, Ash. We know you can handle it.
Then let me handle it.
We will, Ash. All right, let's regroup. Raya, you got us covered?
Eyes in the skies till you say otherwise.
Good. Let's strengthen this position now and do something about those tunnels.
Harold, this is all truly fascinating, but you'll have to write your responses down because I can't hear a word you're saying. It's the way the disease has progressed. It is clearly tampering with your vocal folds. Yes, that's right. Write it down. Well, of course we'll look after your husband and children. This is Dex Island. I can assure you they'll have every opportunity to thrive and they'll be well looked after. That's quite all right. It's important you're able to rest easy about these things. Your work has been truly invaluable. Write it down, Harold. Oh, dear. Yes, you're coughing up blood now. I can see that. Is that you? Make sure you record it.
Devek?
Hello, Osa. What is it?
Oh, Harold, you look terrible. I'm so sorry. It has been an honor working with you too, my friend.
You understand what he's saying?
Yes, of course. No, I did not know that. No, I doubt it. He's far from stable, but he would never do that. All right, Harold. You go and lay down for a little while.
What did he say?
He thinks you did this on purpose because of how things ended between you 7 years ago. You didn't do this, did you?
Gods, no! In all that mumble, did he happen to mention that he left me with no warning or explanation?
He has my sympathy. Sometimes explaining human things to you is hard work.
Look, I do my best.
Devek, the International Confederation of World Leaders is coming to Dex Island.
Yes, I know.
How long is Harold's predicament going to be going on for? Because Nathaniel and Tristan will try to control this, but we may have to show government representatives at least part of the lab and hospital.
But we can't.
We have to be prepared. Is there any part of this place you can show an international delegation without Tristan having to murder them afterwards?
I mean, I can shut off the labels in the culture lab.
Is there nowhere else?
Well, it would have been here, but then Harold and his team...
Yes, I can see.
And it would be impractical and dangerous to move them.
Yes, but... how long do they have?
2 days? 3 tops?
Oh, well then, we might be all right, no?
I hope so. For their sakes.
Little princess, you are agitated.
If we could just take the fight to them.
But we can't, Isra. We're defending the border. If we cross the border, we'll be inciting hostilities.
In Dominar, we were deep in enemy territory, and I thought that was bad. If we could go over the wall, we'd have finished this conflict in 24 hours. You, me, and Varian could have finished them off by ourselves.
Yeah, great. Why include us?
Oh, well, I guess you could come, Faris.
Nice.
I need water. Does anyone have water?
Take mine, Lady Shiv.
Thanks, Hindos. Why do I feel so tired?
It is no wonder. You are very intense in battle.
Intense? That's one word for it.
What do you mean?
I mean you go nuts. It's like you're a different person or something. It's kind of scary.
And impressive. I find it impressive anyway.
Sure, Ash, it's impressive. Raya says it's always the nice people who do this. Like, normally, they'd be too sweet to hurt anyone, so in battle they're a different person.
Are you saying I'm too nice?
No. Well, maybe.
Because it's never happened before.
But you've never been in proper battles before, Shiv. And we've only seen you in 4 since we arrived. Raya said you never know until you're in it.
It seems Raya has been saying a lot to you, Faris. You have been seeing much of one another, yes?
And what's it to you, big guy?
All right. Let's not fixate on any of this. Shiv, you're fine, and we're here for you. Faris, hang out with whoever you'd like in your free time.
Don't worry. I will.
To business.
All right, Varian, here's today's losses.
Thanks, Ash. Wounded?
6 injured and receiving treatment. 2 being returned to the island. 1 likely reassignment to research.
All right. Thanks. And how are you doing?
I'm just looking forward to tomorrow, Varian.
Thanks for having my back out there.
Hey, Ren, you tell me where to be, and I'll be there. It's just annoying when that means I have nothing to do.
You cannot protect us forever, White Princess.
Okay, I get it.
You are used to doing all of the work. It is your way.
Raya's still in the air keeping an eye on things.
We should bring her down.
Good luck. She hates it on the ground. You know that.
Well, I did not know that. But clearly you did.
It's good for her to walk around a bit.
I'll go and call her in.
Thanks, Ash.
All right, everyone, go and get yourselves cleaned up and do the rounds. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you for listening to The Dex Legacy, a proud member of Apollo Plus.
Ash is a good one.
Yeah. He'll look after them.
What do you mean, Ren?
I mean, when we're gone. I think he'll look after them.
Yeah, I think you're right. He will.
I know what you're waiting for.
Have you thought about it?
I've tried very hard not to.
We can't do this if you're not okay with it.
It's not just that. I've thought about something else we need to talk about. Another potential problem.
What?
Our treatments. Devitt keeps a pretty close eye on us. We're always going in and out of the lab for top-ups. He's always talking about stabilizing us. What if, after all this time, we need him?
You're saying that at this point we might need DevX treatments to survive?
He has done a lot to us.
I think we have to understand that leaving could... Well, Dex Island might kill us, but we might die faster without it.
I don't care.
What?
I want out. I never want to go back to that lab again. I don't care if I end up coughing up my internal organs somewhere out there in the wilderness. At least I won't be dying with Devek doing that creepy soothing thing he does when he's pretending to listen, but he's really taking readings and... No. Yeah, I'll take the chance.
Me too. If we're going up there to die, at least we'll be doing it on our terms.
Agreed. I mean, I don't want to die.
No, the idea is to live.
And be free.
But I have to ask this.
What?
Is the last time you malfunctioned, you almost died. Me and Ren didn't. You did.
Yes, I remember. And I'm better now. What's your point, Varian?
Ren, if that happened again, and we couldn't save her, would you be able to live with it?
What?
It's a possibility. I have to know the variables if we're going out there. If somebody goes down in battle, we keep fighting. If one of us goes down out there, the others have to keep running.
I'd want you to keep running.
But none of this means anything if...
Ren, would you keep running?
Yes, probably, maybe. That's as good as I can give you.
All right. So what's the whole plan?
Answer the question, Ren.
All right. We use the nets for 2 minutes each, or until Auto says she's lost contact with our chips. We head south into Atera and don't stop. We're aiming for the Jakrat Undercity.
That's hundreds of miles away.
Thousands. We won't get there overnight, but that's our destination. We'll go to Ranet first.
Why there?
Because it's a single city that sits across the borders of Atera, North Jakra, and South Jakra. From there, we can cross into South Jakra easily enough and get transport to Jakrat. There's a rich modding trade there as well, so our eyes won't stand out like they would in other cities. It's a good place to disappear.
And going through Atera means no air searches.
Why is that?
You can't just fly military aircraft over other countries, Varian. If they sent Angel City or Raya out over Atera, they'd have to have a reason for it. And Nathaniel will want to keep our disappearance as quiet as possible.
So you think it's a good plan?
No, it's crazy. It's not even a real plan. All you've got is disable chips, run south, keep running south until we reach the biggest slum on the planet. And then what? Live happily ever after?
Well, then we work out our next steps.
So it's a crazy plan. But we have to try.
This is the closest we've ever been to a realistic way out.
The irony of being caught in a net to secure our freedom.
Yeah, well, that wasn't lost on me either.
Ren, as soon as our chips are disabled, Nathaniel will know.
No, he won't.
How come?
Auto?
Hello, Ren.
How long can you give us before you report our chips failing?
I will give you as long as I can while accounting for the distance you travel and how long it will take for one of your comrades to raise the alarm. I estimate a maximum of 1 hour.
Auto, do you have a route map for us through the Ateran nationalist lines?
Yes. I will be communicating with a drone that will lead you through until you are clear. It may take some time.
As long as we make it. So, we're doing this. You can do this?
There's only one way I can do this. Knock me out first.
What?
I trust you both, but if you come at me with that thing, I might not be able to control what I do. So, knock me out first.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. I volunteer.
Fine. Just don't put me in a coma. You'll have to carry me.
I'll do my best. Ready?
Go!
In Season 2, Episode 2 of The Dex Legacy, you heard Chris Gregory as Nathaniel Dex, Warren Graham as Tristan Crail, Annika Cordes as Dr. Osis Srivastava, Louis Watson as Dr. Devik Shah, Kamara Elliott as Varian Dex, Kelsey Griffin as Isra Dex, Charlie Richards as Ren Dex, Stevie Skinner as Raya, Danielle Ellett as Faris, Ray Whitty as Pax, Reginald West as Hain Doss, Danny Scott as Ash, Rakhi Sharma as Shiv, and Emily Inkpen as Auto, with music by Alan Stroud. Season 2 was recorded at Orpheus Studio in London by Richard Campbell. The Dex Legacy is written by me, Emily Inkpen, and produced by Alternative Stories. If you enjoyed that episode, please like, subscribe, and leave a review. It really does help. If you would like to support The Dex Legacy, you can. Just visit www.thedexlegacy.com/support for links and details. Special thanks go out to our Season 2 Kickstarter supporters, including Martin Glassborough, Omar Kuheji, Keith Sanderson, Don Flinspa, Tom Bridges, Jeff Park, Lerny Price, Fraser Armitage, Dave Chadwick, Matt Adcock, Caroline Mersey, and Matthew Martell for making Season 2 possible. And now a trailer for Season 2 of Chaker, a science fiction audio drama by Karen Heimdall.
I must be on Mars. We were starting descent. Oh, Higa! Lechu! Are you there?
Chaker, a science fiction audio drama, Season 2.
So I really am alone.
Back to what happened, prisoner.
You don't know what happened on Earth?
As you probably know, Mars broke contact with Tella's G-Gov many sols ago.
Earth went silent the year I turned 8, and we haven't heard anything from there since.
I have better things to do than listen to these fairy tales.
Can you, for one moment, imagine that I am exactly what I tell you I am? What would it take for you to believe that?
If your story is a bit more plausible, that'd help.
Loyalty can stretch many ways. Seems like you're quite adept at keeping secrets yourself.
If needed, yes.
Chaker, Season 2. For more information, please visit y2kpod.com/Chaker. That's CHAIKA.
I thought I wouldn't feel alone anymore once I got here, once I connected with some humans, but I feel more alone. I only had my mom and then Hyuga and Lechu, and I never questioned if I could trust them. It took me a while to consider them friends, but now I have no one.
If you can't wait to know what happens next in Season 2 of The Dex Legacy, you don't have to. You can buy the entire Season 2 box set in higher quality audio than you'll hear on our podcast feed and without ads by going to our website, thedexlegacy.com, and selecting Support. There's also a link in our show notes that will take you straight there. Also at thedexlegacy.com, you'll find our Season 1 script and commentary book. All the scripts for Season 1 with commentary from our writer Emily Inkpen, so you can read along and get insight into the making of the show. All proceeds from sales of these items and other Dex Legacy merch will go towards making Season 3 of the show.
Thank you for listening to The Dex Legacy, a proud member of Apollo Plus, a creator-owned platform where every subscriber helps audio drama creators like the Dex Legacy team. Subscribers get to listen ad-free to their favourite drama and fiction shows and gain access to exclusive bonus content. Importantly for independent shows like ours, Apollo Plus helps us generate revenue to cover our operating costs, meaning that we're much more likely to be able to generate more of the content you enjoy. 70% of the revenue generated by Apollo Plus goes directly to creators, meaning that you, the listener, will be able to enjoy more from your favourite drama and fiction podcasts. We're delighted to be alongside great shows such as Derelict, The Madness of Chartrulian, Gundog, Moonbase Theta Out, Solar, Wolf 359, The Pasithea Powder, Girl in Space, and many others on Apollo Plus. It really is a great platform on which to listen to and discover audio drama. Please download the app and get listening if you haven't already. By listening through Apollo, you'll also have access to exclusive Dex Legacy bonus material and episodes. You can download the app from the App Store and Google Play by searching for Apollo Podcasts, or you can visit apollopods.com or follow the link in our show notes.
Touchdown, my heart is beating. See the dust on my feet, feel the weight on my bones, hear my breath in my head. I am free for the first time. Touchdown, my eyes are believing. See my friends on the ground, hear the steps, hear the sounds, watch them fly to the hills. We are free for the first time. Let's start this odyssey. Brave steps in front of me. My eyes so wide to see this future. Let's make this odyssey. Frontiers for us to see. Vistas so wide, this is the future. Embrace the future. On this odyssey. Touchdown, this place is bubbling. Watch them run, watch them fly, have a drink, start a fire, climb a ship, see the size for the first time. Touchdown, we are greeting. See the look in their eyes on my highway, surprise of a fight for their lives. Yeah, we are meeting. Let's start this odyssey. Brave steps in front of me. My eyes so wide to see this future. Let's make this odyssey. Frontiers for us to see. Vistas so wide, this is the future. Embrace the future. Bullets fall like burning chaff. The celebration turns to violence. Laser fire makes shields go blue. Explosions fill.
Hello and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders.
Greetings, Commanders.
The show that talks about the universe of Elite
And the development of the computer game Elite 4, known as Elite Dangerous.
and the fantastic community that surrounds it.
Broadcast from the Orange Sidewinder and hosted by a vending machine technician.
A place of nonsense and innuendo for forum dads. A self-contained podcast 2 hours long.
Transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
It's even louder than me.
The hottest show this side of Dizzo.
The name of the place.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to episode 400, one more than 468 and one less than 470
Don't be concerned
of
about
Live
it.
Radio.
Embrace it, Colin. Embrace it.
No, the show that likes to talk about the universe of Elite and the fantastic community that surrounds it. I'm your host, Commander Phoenix Defier, otherwise known as Colin Ford, Chief Archivist of Lave Station, and joining me in the Orange Sidewinder bar for this episode, we also have our Head of Health and Safety, Commander Edelweiss, otherwise known as Ben Moss Woodward.
Yeah, Elvis and I are touching tips.
You're not.
Well, we were.
What are you doing?
Moved on from there.
Okay. We also have our Staff Liaison Officer, Commander Psychic.
It's episode 469. Nice.
Yeah, see, I thought I'd let you have the opportunity
Nice.
to see it. Yes.
Nice.
Unfortunately, our SRV Banksy is not with us today. He warned us last week that he was going to be away, and surprisingly enough, he is. But stepping into the breach in more ways than one, we have the legend that is the Chris Mark IV.
That's me just standing in the corner watching two guys look lovingly into each other's eyes in the style of snowmen.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is the progressive. This is all what I always wanted for Lave Radio when I started, was for you to be so progressive, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm proud of you. This has been a learning moment. I love it. I enjoyed the clapping as well. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. This has made my day.
Yes, if you wish, you can join us live for whatever Ben and Krem are up to.
For this fucking orgy.
How can it be an orgy with two people?
I mean, you take 5 to make an orgy. I learned that from some drow twins.
I'm standing right here waiting for an invite, guys. Just standing here.
Oh, you need to get the right
outfit.
You know, you've got the right jumper, but yeah.
So basically, Chris, you're waiting.
Waiting for things to... Yeah.
Oh, God.
So if you can't get in game to see what... Well, actually, yeah. Is this going on Pornhub later? I don't know. You can also join our Twitch chat channel, which you can access through laveradio.com/live. Click on the live chat. Or you can go to twitch.tv/laveradio, or look us up on Xe Twitter or Facebook, or I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, YouTube.
We also have our brand new OnlyFans account that we're opening.
Yeah, I like this. Commander Noddy's just like sitting over at the other side of the bar, ignoring everything that we're doing.
That's because he hasn't had a formal invite to the orgy yet.
Typically British. Right. Well, okay. This is going to be bizarre. Let's just go around the crew, see what they've been up to. So, we'll start with the Chris Mark IV, because you're not busy at the moment, are you?
Not busy at all. Not got anything to do. No, not me. Do you know what? I've been in real life. I've been all over the place over the last week. I've been doing loads of different bits and pieces. I've been doing out of hours, boring work stuff, and I haven't quite defrosted yet from the weekend because I was helping out at a Christmas light switch on in my guise as a radio person, and I was standing in the cold from about 12 o'clock all the way through until about 6 o'clock at night. And it's nice and warm when you're setting everything up and you're moving about. But see, when you're just standing there in the freezing cold, I don't think my bones have heated up yet. I am still chilled.
I wasn't expecting bones when you started the B word
bones.
then, and that's why bones, specifically
bones have heated up yet. I'm still defrosting. But yeah, I had a really good weekend doing that. And then my sort of usual sort of radio stuff on Sunday, doing the programme. Not quite in Christmas mode yet, but I did get to put up all the Christmas stuff in the studio, which was nice. And yeah, that's been about it. I've not done a ton. I'm sure I'm forgetting a load of stuff. But
what's it like to be the star attraction and switching on the lights at Stony Bridge?
Oh well, I've got to tell you, I was not the star attraction because we had genuine actual Santa there.
Genuine actual Santa.
Genuine actual Santa.
Like genuine actual Elvis.
Yeah, he's best pals with genuine actual Elvis.
I didn't get a picture of genuine actual Santa though. I only got a picture of Elvis. That's not fair.
I mean, he said no photos. He was busy. He had no.
He
had no time for people like me. He had Christmas lights to switch on. So he had some good moves on the stage as well when I was playing Christmas music. He knew how to dance to genuine actual Santa.
You Whamageddoned a shit ton of people, didn't you?
I found out what Whamageddon was this weekend, yeah, because I played...
You didn't know what Whamageddon was?
I didn't know what Whamageddon was, and I played...
Oh my goodness.
So the Christmas light switch on, and I play this big sort of orchestral Christmas thing to make it all grand and interesting, and then I played Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time, and that smoothly went into Wham's Last Christmas, to which a bunch of people told me that I had managed to Whamageddon them on the 2nd of December, ruining several people's Whamageddon streak. So, apologies to the gracious townspeople of Dalkeith. But yes.
Yes, and you'll be doing it again same time next week.
At the same time next week. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, it was fun, but oh my god, it was cold on Saturday up here. I don't know if everyone else had snow and stuff as well, but very, very chilly. And unfortunately, with all my running about doing all sorts of other things at the moment, I've not had much of a chance to be in game, unfortunately, so I'm hoping everyone else can catch me up on all the action.
Good. Well, you can guarantee we'll do that, but it seems like there's enough action going on elsewhere at the moment. Subject of which, Ben?
Yeah, so I think I was Whamageddon sometime in August.
Yeah, that doesn't count. It has to be in December.
Oh, does it? In that case, then probably about 1st of December then. When was 1st of December?
Friday.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely been Whamageddon then. Yeah, my missus is Christmas mad, and she's been, as I was saying in pre-show, she's been watching Christmas films since before we were on holiday. Yeah. The only games I've really been playing have been a tiny amount of RimWorld, and then I've been trying, getting retro simulators set up. So I've been like testing things like Paper Mario, or did some Sonic. Stayed away from Streets of Rage after getting really hurt with that last time. But yes, I've been, but my retro system's now playing everything up to everything sort of from the past up to and including PlayStation 2s or Xbox 360s. So that is making me quite happy. Now I just need to actually play some of the things.
That's terribly nice. Almost civilized.
And I did reintroduce somebody to. It's like the Sony's equivalent of Pokemon. Let's see if I can remember what's the name again. Monster Hunter. So I reintroduced somebody to Monster Hunter as well, because they were like, oh yeah, you need to get that, and I did, and then they got jealous, and then they found out Monster Hunters 1 and 2 were out on PC, and then they've been playing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we'll move on to Claire. How you been?
Hi. I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I've been doing a little bit too much. I've been doing a little bit too much reading of things, and I'm not switching off my brain at the moment. And I thought, oh no, I'll read things, and those things that I read will help me get to sleep. And then the things that I read are really good. There's some really good amateur writers out there, and I started reading something at 3:00 this morning, and it got to 5:30, and I was like, oh shit, I've done that again. The last time I did that was I picked up a book on the book release at midnight, went home, read the book from its entirety from start to end. And this was when I was a child and I was still living at home. And when I finished the book, I came downstairs in the morning and I was like, they've killed off all of these characters and I'm really sad, to my mum. And she was like, why are you crying about fictional characters? And I was like, stories are amazing. So that's kept me all
Please tell me that this wasn't whilst you were still a school kid and had to get up to go to school.
I was like sixth form, so it didn't really matter.
Doesn't really count.
Doesn't really count.
It's only your A levels.
Most of your classes were at that point. Well, for me at least, were optional anyway. That I optional for me specifically, not for everyone else. Just because I chose that was the case. What else have I been up to? I started doing some of those Elite Dangerous activity things that they've got on their website. They're fucking amazing. They're so good. So good. I did some of those today. Really enjoyed those. I might actually play Elite twice this week. And just a lot of planning for bits and pieces that I've got coming up. Played D&D over the weekend. Which made me cry because one of our players is leaving because they have a job which overlaps with when we do the D&D, so that made me sad, especially in the knowledge that they almost turned down the job because they wanted to continue playing D&D, which I think is a beautiful compliment, but also mental. Don't do that. But yeah, that's been about it. I did go out of the house. We went and bought some Christmas decorations and we decorated the outside of our house. It's very shiny, sparkly with lots of lights because a lot of people do shiny, sparkly, lots of lights in our village. And if I don't do it, I feel like we are letting the side down. So we have lots of multicolored lights all outside. It is like a wonderful disco in at night at the moment. And I had my COVID jab and I still feel a bit ropey from that. So yeah, we're doing all right, thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I still here?
There we go.
Oh my
for
God, I thought
God.
everything was going to be broken again. Holy shit.
I'm clicking on other things in the background. You can't do this to me.
Oh no.
It's just a mute button. It's just a mute button. It's okay.
This is the curse.
No, it's not a mute button tonight. It's a make Chrissy's heart stop for a few seconds button.
Episode 69. Nice.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Right, what's been happening to me this week? Well, bit of Elite. I had a good couple of streams over the weekend where I did some VR missions or missions in VR. And the one good thing was that I actually did one of the power down the base missions for the first time ever, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to be doing a lot more. I have now decided that my main character is going to break bad. He's going to do as many piratey, nasty, shooting up missions there are, and try and see if I can turn my allies against me. So yeah, that's going to be my next objective, I think, for my main character until there's another Thorgoid thing dump, if you like. However, two other things happened. Final Fantasy 17, I'm up to chapter 7. Good grief. Final Fantasy 7 up to chapter 17. Get that the right way around. And then, you know how a couple of weeks ago I was saying, I never really got into that Warhammer 40,000 Demon Chaos Gate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought I'd give it another go. And next thing I know, it's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm still wanting to do one more mission. So it got its teeth into me, which I was hoping it wouldn't. I've got too many games running at the same time. I've got to stop it. Focus. So that's been my week, and then it was doing okay until today. And then Manchester's trams decided to break, so I was stuck on a freezing cold platform till 2:00 for half an hour. And then when I finally got to the end of the tram line, I went to the bike shed and found that my key card to open the bike shed was gone. And I'm an hour away. So I have to walk back in the freezing cold. It's taken me 2.5 hours to get home. So you're lucky I'm here tonight. But the other thing was, if I had cycled back, I would have hit an ice patch by the river. And I don't know what would have happened to me if I'd hit that ice patch, because I go at quite a speed at that time. And I went flying when I was walking on foot, so God knows what would have happened to me on the bike. So maybe it's a bit of good luck within bad luck.
So your arms are still intact, right?
My arms are still intact. My bottom isn't because
Okay.
I landed quite hard on the bum. But
Well,
apart from
hey!
that, it's just been a very, very long day, and it does mean that I either work from home tomorrow or I walk down to the tram stop for another hour, get in the tram to get into work, and hope that the key card is at the office. And then on top of that, my daughter's just called. She's just managed to get in because British Rail cancelled a lot of trains, or the rail companies cancelled a lot of trains.
I think there's a train strike at the moment.
Yeah, so she's had to get back from Preston, and that's not been fun. So yay! So good time in games, bad time in real life. Well, inconvenient in real life. So yeah, shall we move on to the development news? Well, I wish we had some good news. I do a bit. We finally heard about this patch that was promised a couple of live streams ago. Those of you might remember in the last live stream, Arth mentioned that there was going to be a stability patch, which was coming at the end of end of November, beginning of December. Well, the end of November it came, and we got a quick message from Paul on the forum saying that the patch has been delayed, and on top of that, they don't know how long it's going to be until it's ready. So take that.
But they'd let us know with severe impunity when it is ready, to the extent that we might reconsider following social media accounts, which I thought was quite funny because Paul's a genius and I love him.
Yeah, and someone worked out his dating profile, which I thought was quite disturbing. But then again, it is Paul. However, the rest of the news that we've got is, well, it's a bit unfortunate. We've got Robin McGovern, who is the lead audio designer at FDev, has posted that his role is at risk, and he's putting out feelers to see if there's anybody who would like a lead audio designer. And then the same is happening for Tom Cool, which I thought was a bit of a shock, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure at this point, probably all of them have been told, listen, we've got no guarantee that any of your jobs are safe. From what I've seen, from the amount of different people who have been posting shit, I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of folks will have been told that there isn't, they can't at the moment guarantee their jobs until they've had the review. So it's totally understandable for them to start putting out feelers so that they have the opportunity to they have opportunities in place should the possible happen. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. It really fucking sucks. It like any sort of job where there are redundancy scares and roles are made redundant. But I think there is sometimes a knee-jerk reaction from folks who react in a way that the person, and I know I've talked about this before, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it isn't the person that gets made redundant; it's the role. So being going like, oh no, and I'm reacting in a way that's like, oh no, Frontier couldn't possibly lose you. It's not that. That's not the case. This is a company that is really fucking struggling, and they need to try and cut something to be able to stay afloat. And if that means some of the people who are more vocal with the community, if we lose some of those, yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's just, it feels like at the moment you just look through the roster of what's happening and you're thinking, is there anybody going to be left with? And Amazon as well, which is I must admit, it's also happening outside the game sector as well. There's a lot of tech jobs that seem to be going at the moment.
That is very true.
I seem to be in a sector where we're actually after more people at the moment, but it's not as exciting as game development. Yes. So,
yeah, thoughts to anyone
Right.
that's going through it at this sort of time. It's a
Yeah.
horrible time of year
Yeah.
to be going through it, and you know,
I
all
mean,
the
as I was
best for
saying,
people that are affected.
Is it a good time of year to be going through it, though, Chris?
No,
Really?
no, that's true. That's true.
No, but this close to Christmas, especially if some of these people have young families, doubly sucks.
Yeah, but it sucks. I would argue it sucks just as much thinking, hey, you know, I've got a firm job. I've got to often spend 6,000 quid to take me, wife, and kids on holiday. And then, you know, next thing you know, you've been made redundant.
My guy, if you're
And you're
paying
like-
£6,000 on a holiday in this economic climate, I want to punch you in the face.
$6,000 for a holiday for a family of 4 is lucky.
In this economic climate, go to Skegness, man. Jesus.
If you go to Skegness, you'll be looking at $10,000.
Nah, you wouldn't.
Oh, we've.
Yeah. Let's move on from that.
This isn't holiday radio or something like that.
Before we start comparing holiday prices and then working out how much are Centre Parks. Anyway,
don't get me started.
I knew that would trigger Ben. Right.
Yes.
So
And
yes.
when the Christmas holidays are starting.
So sucky time for everybody. I guess the next time we'll hear about the patch or anything to do with that will be on the next live stream, which is not this week but the week after. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait, unfortunately. So let's move on to the community news. And what has the community been up to? Well, yes. Are we at war with somebody? I don't know. There seems to be this.
I know that you're going to do it like fairy before, so I can
so you can
prepare
tune
my.
out.
Yeah, so I've got loads of shit I can be
comfy or
getting on with.
something.
Let me just time out. Fuck me. Great, we've got two very long running podcasts. Great,
This is a
that's
good thing.
amazing. That's great stuff. It's not competition. Why are we making it into a competition?
We're not making it into a competition.
If you weren't making it into a competition, it wouldn't be in the news.
I think this was put in when we thought, oh, we ain't got much news. So moving on. The
Anyway, we love guard frequency love us. We're all awesome. Can I actually, on this related thing though, can I just say something that horrified me slightly over the weekend?
Oh, go on then.
Somebody on our Discord was saying, I took a 10-year hiatus from Lave Radio.
10-year
Right.
I was like,
hiatus.
oh, yeah.
That's Ultra Snail, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, that is terrifying that somebody's taken a 10-year hiatus from our stupid podcast. And I'd
I
like
mean,
to
I
see
get it.
still up. Yeah.
I get it. I'd have done it as well.
So hang on a second. That means he gave out on a podcast before the game was even released. Has only come back to it now. Am I right with that?
I think, more or less, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah,
Timing
right.
wise.
That's good to know.
Yeah. I just thought it was beautiful that he just took a hiatus for 10 years and he's back now.
I would like to know the trigger for coming back. Was he clearing out his internet bookmarks and was wondering what it was?
I don't know. I mean, he was new to the Discord server and everything as well. So I just thought it was absolutely beautiful.
Well, he had to join the Discord. You didn't have it 10 years ago.
Well, we didn't, did we? No. 10 years ago, we were all on Skype.
God, no. On Skype. Right, well, celebrating anniversaries, we have the Anti-Xeno Initiative. They had their 5-year anniversary on Saturday. So in addition to just blowing up bugs left, right and centre, they have actually broken the instancing record that was held originally by Distant Worlds 2. At one point, they had 150 to 170 commanders in the single instance, all kicking Thargoid bottom. So there's a video put out by Commander Meccan, head of the current head of the AXI, which is on YouTube, and I must admit, it mass jump, absolutely fantastic. And of course, well, congratulations to the bug bashers, because let's be honest, they've been having the time of their life for the last year. So
Is it their fault we
how
don't
can
have
they
any
be-
spies?
Yeah. But how can they be beating Distant Worlds 2? Because that was Elite Dangerous at its peak. Nobody plays Elite anymore.
Dead game. Mate.
So how could they be doing that, given the fact that Elite Dangerous is such a dead game?
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
It
It's almost as if there are still people playing. It's just like I just can't get my head around it because Distant Worlds 2 was such the peak of Elite Dangerous, and nothing will ever top that.
It's such a It's such a strange narrative to have.
Really weird. Really, really weird.
Yeah. So, congratulations twice to Anti-Xeno Initiative for lasting 5 years and, of course, breaking that record. So, yay. Keep on going, guys. We'll be talking about Operation Ida next. Won't be too long. Right, Spectre Elite has put a YouTube video up called the Elite Dangerous Iceberg. Has anybody else seen this one?
No.
No. Basically, he's done one of the these iceberg videos where people sort of go, right, okay, these are the you start off with a pretty surface stuff, the standard stuff you can see on the surface, and then you go deeper. Well, yes, he's done. It basically comes across as a kind of idiot's guide to the lore. He's already done an earlier video where he went into a deeper depth with the lore, which was quite interesting. But yeah, this is his iceberg video. It's quite a good. I'd recommend it. 10 minutes. It's worth a go. In addition, we've got Commander Exorcist, who has returned with his Out There series, which is now up to episode 37. Is that season 5, episode 37, or just 37 in general?
I think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how he does his numbering.
Yeah, it's a lot. Right, we've got something for Sunday, the 10th of December.
Sunday, the 10th of December. It is a British Red Cross donation dash. Oh no, that's the other one.
Yeah.
That's Saturday. Saturday was sorry, I got so confused. On the
Saturday. Do you want to do the Saturday?
I do the Saturday because I'm right here.
Yeah.
Saturday is I'm taking part in a charity stream relay in aid of British Red Cross as part of like their ongoing Quest for Kindness campaign. It's called Donation Dash. There are 12 different creators across 2 teams. There is a Team Salt and a Team Pepper. I am a proud member of Team Salt. Always and forever. My stint is 2 till 4 on Saturday. We'll probably do another one of the Elite Dangerous adventures because they fit into a really nice sort of 2-hour bracket. But we're raising money for the British Red Cross. I have got glittery stars to write people's names on who donate. I've also got glittery stars to stick on my face. When people donate money, I would like to try and make a little bit of cash during that time for a very, very deserving charity who's doing lots of work, not only in the UK, but abroad, with a lot of terrible things that are happening in the current shit heap that is planet Earth.
Lovely. Well, let's hope it all. Let's hope it raises plenty of money because
I hope so.
Yes,
and I hope Team Salt wins because come on.
Well, we also have Expedition, which is going to be heading out this Saturday. Sunday. Oh well, 10th of December. Now, its starting system is called the Normal Expedition. It intends. This winter, the Independent Explorers Association invites you to take part in the Very Normal Expedition. We'll be travelling to and through the Norma Expanse and would love you to have along for the experience. So this will start at V371 Normay, and hopefully they've got 21 waypoints planned on the route, and the arrival system will be at V340 Normay. Sign up on EDSM. if you want more details, it looks as if it's going to be a fun one if you enjoy your expeditions.
Calling something
So-
totally normal, I'm expecting chaos.
It's a lot of like within that area. There's a lot of Normay stars or something along those lines. Normay named stars. It looks fun. It looks like a good thing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that has happened this week is obviously Buckyball came to an end, and we don't have our Buckyball expert with us, but Claire, you'll be able to bring us up.
Yeah,
to date
I
with
did it.
more
I did it.
things.
It was good fun. It was a good race. It was a good race. It was a bitch of a race. Oh, Alec was not lying last week when he said there were some stations that are an absolute pain in the arse, and a lot of it was just to do with their proximity to the planets and not being able to slow down. Alec gave me so many hints and tips on Thursday, and the best I managed to get on the regulation one was 16th. But I think that's definitely going to be the final, because I submitted mine about midday on Monday. So this is probably the final tally. This might be incorrect. So for the regulation Cobra, we had Scar won with a time of 22:39. Kevin the Stabber came second with a time of 22:53, which is awesome. You love to see it. And then third, we had an exact tie between Brewski and Alec. Alec got third on the regulation.
Right.
And then on Unlimited, it was Skur in a Dolphin with 16:57, Brewski in an Asp Scout with 17:49.
An Asp Scout?
Yep, Asp Scout. And then, wait for it, Shay Blackwood in a Type 7.
Oh.
Yes. with a time of 18 minutes. So yeah, good runs all round. That's the end of the Buckyball Championship this year.
Yes, it is. How did you do?
I don't know yet. I haven't looked. I figured that might be something we could mention next week when Alec is back.
Very true. Must admit, I had completely missed it out this year because, well, reasons. But next year, I will be determined to come last again.
I didn't do all of them. I know I didn't do all of them. So I think one race I might have come in 9th, or so one race I wasn't in the 1 point club. So it might not look like I didn't not do all of them, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's normally 8 races, and they take your highest results from 6. So.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we will see. If you're out of the 1 point club, then you're definitely, you just have to get one place, and you beat about half the contenders. Right. So the in-game events. What has been happening in-game this week? Well, on the 30th of November, we had another couple of CGs kick off, which was quite nice. Kane, who is the opposition leader in the Alliance, has launched an Alliance resource drive. This is so that they can actually prove to the galaxy that they don't need the Sirius Corporation when dealing with Thargoids. So bring them our raw materials and protect those raw materials from pirates. So two CGs happening at once. Yeah, fair enough. I got a little bit confused because there was a lot of people complaining that this had something to do with, this was Thargoid content. And I'm there going, no, it's not. It might have something to do with the Thargoids, but it's not Thargoid contact. You're not dealing with any Thargoid vessels, but yeah.
Why though? Why did they? Why did they think that?
Well, it's just if you mention on certain Discords, if you mention the fact that that there's Thargoid content, they all go a bit hissy.
Oh.
So oh no, there's nothing Thargoid content. It's not what I'm into, so I'm not going to get involved in the CG.
It's just the standard
Okay.
sort of fill the bucket thing, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
not really Fargoidy. I just found it really funny that the Alliance is like, to prove that we don't need Sirius, what we need is all these independent pilots to fill our bucket. And it's like, yeah, sure. Way to go, Alliance.
Yeah, completely true there. So, yeah, as soon as, you just have to, in certain Discords, you just have to mention the word Thargoid, and then all of a sudden they go, no, that's the reason why I'm not playing anymore, etc., etc. So, on the 1st of December, there was confirmation that the Titan Tenaris is completely...
Not interested. It's Thargoid content. Don't want to know. I'm so sorry.
It's completely surrounded by human systems. I don't think there's had anybody go in and investigate it, but the Maelstrom does still seem to be active. It hasn't shut down or anything like that, so it's still there, and there are still invasions or alerts happening around it, so it's not gone inactive, unlike the Spire systems.
You do get the ominous line in there as well. The Fargoids have surprised us before and have demonstrated their ability to respond when defeat seems inevitable. Should have an evil cackle at the end, that one. There we go, perfect.
Yeah, humanity.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, taking defeat from the jaws of victory, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
On Monday, the 4th of December, Archer has now outlined his plans for the Shadow Presidency in the future. So yeah, that's more of the same. More of the same of Hudson, really. Again, it is worrying.
I think it's really interesting. I think what they're writing in here is really quite interesting. It's
Yes, I know it. You sort of see what's happening in here, and you're then comparing it to real life, and you're going,
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I know. So yeah, that's 3 items that we've had this week for the in-game events. As we do have progress for the Thargoid War, the Thargoids now control 294 systems. That's first time that's been under 300 for about 7 months. So that's actually more longer than that, more like 9 months. Alerts defended so far in this cycle or this week has been 15. They've managed to take down all 3 invasions that were started this week as well, which I never got an opportunity to get over to them fast enough. We got 9 systems in recovery, and 1 control system was actually freed. So yeah, if they manage to keep up the pressure, I guess we won't have any more invasions again next week, because I think they're clearing the alert systems very, very efficiently this week. So yeah, looks like I'll be trying to look at other Spire sites. So well, unfortunately, also we don't have anything on the store this week either.
Christmas is coming though. More Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas
stuff,
is
surely.
coming. Yeah, and all the 30% discounts have gone, because I checked on this morning and went, I was wanting to get that, but no, they've all gone. Yeah. So.
Oh
yeah.
no, that was last week. That was the week before, wasn't it? The not the iridescent ones. The shiny
Stygian.
purple one, Stygian. Yeah.
Yeah. We hope. Well, who was 9 arc shot? We hope that the commander who was 9 arcs short of getting his Stygian paint job was able to get it on that Friday.
Well, fingers crossed they got there before it all went down.
Yeah. So unfortunately, because we don't have any store alerts to discuss, I guess we'll take a break and come back with our question of the week after the break.
Sometimes you don't want all the bells and whistles, you just want a ship that will get the job done fast. Vulcan DeLacy present to you the Python, a multi-purpose ship that offers the enticing balance of manoeuvrability, firepower and all the compartments you need for mining or hauling. Because any mission, any system, any station, it will do. No matter what you throw at it, because whatever you want to do, it will do it for you.
Hey kids, it's Azimuth Biotech. And we're here to tell you some sad news. Our knuckleheads down at the Starshine Imaginarium were a bit too true to life when they made the new Hunter class of Tickle Me Thargoid. And on the advice of our lawyers, Azimuth Biotech is asking for all of you to return your Tickle Me Thargoid glaives to your nearest toy store to receive a full refund. We would also like to offer our heartfelt condolences to the Jones family in HIP 71682 and invite them on an all-expenses-paid trip to Hind Mine in Titari so that our top scientists can do everything they can to save little Astrid's sight. Keep your eyes peeled for a Titanic surprise coming to a toy store near you soon. This has been a message from Azimuth Biotech. Remember, you owe us.
Space is vast, and pirates have needs just like anyone else. Introducing the Lonely Pirate Handbook, the ultimate resource for lonely pirates. Our guide covers the hot spots and not spots of interstellar space, from smugglers' dens to space station taverns, with helpful chapters such as how to be presentable in polite society, how to get rid of that nefarious rank, and my favorite, occasionally shower. Are your early advances often mistaken for attempts to rob or plunder?
Oh, I've come a long way for what's in your hold. Prepare to be boarded.
Frameshift charge detected.
Oh.
Buy today and receive the Lonely Pirates Chat-Up Guide for free.
I've got a very large hard point. Would you like to see my very large hard point?
You're so hot. You're making my temperature critical.
Lower your shields. I want to inspect the goods.
Come back to my place. I might let you touch my A-rated anaconda.
Are you smuggling illegal goods? Because you've got fine written all over you.
The Lonely Pirates Handbook. Now available in all Anarchy bookstores. We'll teach you to loot anyone's heart.
Waiting for things to load. Waiting for things to load. Sitting in your chair, waiting for things to load. Waiting for the manifest to update. Playing old space games. Waiting for things to load. You just want to get out there and explore space. See the galaxy. Blaze your own trail. But you're in your chair, waiting for things to load. Wait no longer, Commander! Automated cargo drones will load cargo into your ship in no time. Automated cargo drones, available now in most starports.
And welcome back. Well, as there's not much to talk about this week, we are going to rely on Claire's question of the week.
Hey.
Yay! So, this is quite an interesting one. If you could play a new genre of game set in the Elite Dangerous, but different, what would it be?
So yeah, we talked about this. This stemmed from a conversation that I think Ben and I were having just about different games, and like, you know, a lot of us play a lot of different games, and I thought it would be we thought it might be interesting to see if anybody had any ideas for spin-off games set in the Elite Dangerous universe, especially around sort of the fact that Frontier, one of their main cash cows is like the Planet Zoo and the Planet Coaster and Jurassic World and those sort of CMS games that they're really really good at setting a solid foundation for. So it wouldn't take a lot to. I say it wouldn't take a lot, but doing something like that set in the Elite Dangerous universe was something that we started talking about. And then we were like, hey, what about other genres?
Yes.
And that's where this came in. So we have Commander Exorcist, who said a Fallout Shelter style RTS Coriolis management sim where you build individual decks and manage day-to-day operations. Catastrophes like asteroid impacts, solar storms, alien attacks, renegades, etc., all to add to the daily flavor. I really like that as just a general idea for a game.
Yeah. Well, that's Startopia.
I was going to say it's Ixion. I think it's happened twice.
I lost so many hours to Fallout Shelter when it came out. Sorry, carry on.
Oh yeah, quite obviously. I mean, this the reason that I liked Startopia is because the narrator is the same narrator from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the script they've written for him is the most sarcastic computer you could find outside of Marvin the Paranoid Android. It's really good. It's worth playing it just to get put down by the computer, to be honest. And Elite's got that same kind of sense of humor.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and it would fit. It wouldn't be missing,
Yeah. Well, here we have Apathis. He was thinking of a stranded Alien Dawn type game. You're an explorer and you crash land on a planet and have to survive in the hope that you are rescued. Then I had a better idea. Cyberpunk set on an Earth-like world where you're just a normal person, not a commander, maybe saving up for your first ship. It's set after the events of HIP 22460, and instead of Johnny being in your head, you've actually got salvation.
Oh.
Maybe it could be a horror game.
Yeah, he had me until salvation was in my head.
Copied and pasted this in the notes and didn't read it. That's amazing. Oh, Apathis, never change. Incredible.
We have Commander Hornberger, a terraforming management game. Choose from a discovered terraformable world in the Milky Way. Once your planet is stable, anyone can visit in Elite Dangerous.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that does sound good.
That does sound cool. That's Planet SimCity. All over that.
I'm just concerned about any direct tie-in, interfacing with the Elite Dangerous universe and things that could mean.
Oh yeah.
But in theory, it could be awesome.
You're allowed a terraformable planet visiting limpet. That's as far as we'll go.
Those limpets, they can do anything.
Cause limpets.
So the best one you could use would be the Genesis device, right? Instant win.
Yeah.
Terraforming limpet.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Instant
Earth.
It is, isn't it?
Have any of you played like a terraforming management game? I think. What?
Do you remember a game called Sim Earth?
No, I never played that.
This is okay. Yeah, this is going back to what, early 90s maybe.
Oh God, it was. Yeah, they thought it would be really interesting, but it wasn't.
It was.
Oh,
I liked Sim Earth, and you know, Gaia was its own thing. Yeah, it was it was interesting. You could do the good old, curse everybody and everything like that, and just make the life a living nightmare. Yeah, I didn't play it too much, but I did play it. Anyway, moving on. Little Biggins suggesting would be a homeworld style RTS set around old generation ships, or maybe new ones.
Are you thinking replacing the Homeworld mothership with the Generation ship instead?
I've never actually played Homeworld, so I will assume the answer to that is yes.
Yeah. Am I the only person here that's played Homeworld?
I think you are.
I
Yes,
think
I
that
have.
I definitely
Yeah.
haven't.
Put it this way, it's the only RTS that I will play because it's set in space, and yeah, it was the first one had a very, very strong Battlestar Galactica vibe, and the second one was, yeah, I'm not quite so sure about the second one, to be honest. I never actually managed to get past mission 4 on that one, but I have wasted so many hours just playing against the AI in the multiplayer mode is. Oh, yeah. It's one of those games where you will just lose time. But then again, I mean, we've got plenty of little ships or ships that we could reuse assets for. So you could have, your federal battle cruiser as a mothership and launching the various fighters and wings to defend your ship. That would work. I can see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's like quite a few games that are being mentioned in chat as well, based on things that we're saying, stuff like Planet Crafter being something which is a bit terraforming a new planet, but that's kind of single player. And there is Terraformers, which sounds very much similar to what we've been talking about as well. So that's quite cool. That's quite cool. We have Katiana who says an actual racing game set in the Elite universe could be pretty sick. Yes, it could, Katie. It could be very pretty sick.
Imagine doing like races inside the Coriolis station. You know where the little trucks drive round in circles and stuff.
Hell yes.
The amount of times we've been asking them to drop racetracks onto certain planets, and then we only found out a couple of at ECM when talking to Darren how difficult that is to do. Oh, I had so much sympathy for him because
Just fix it.
It can't be that difficult.
Oh.
I have to be there. I have to be there for in place of Alec. It can't be that difficult to implement, surely.
We've got to have one per episode, haven't we?
Saying,
yeah, we're contractually obliged at this point.
Yeah. Shay is saying, wait, Elite isn't a racing game?
It's not? Oh, dear. Shay, I hate to break it to you, mate.
We're still going to have to do a live 20-player buckyball all running at the same time. We've got to arrange that.
Yeah. Do you know how difficult it is to get 20 people's schedules to line up?
Do you know how difficult it is to get 4 people's schedules to line up?
I tell you what, if we start scheduling it now for July, we might stand a chance.
Yeah.
Right. I'm next. This is from Tay Photo AZ. Base building would be nice, or even a scaled down version of where you can build up the internals of a fleet carrier to have different areas that would enable small features. Yeah, I mean, I'll come back to this because I know what I would really want, and I think would be the best thing. But yeah, base building. One of my favorite games in the early 90s was Millennium 2.2, and then following on with Deterus, which is basically base building and then expanding out over systems. I would love that in Elite. I would love that as a single player game that's standalone, or even as an integrated part of the main game itself. So yeah, it's obviously away from the bubble. Because you don't want players interfering with the bubble too much, do we?
It'd be a disaster. Right, I've got this one. Greg Rickshaw replied with simply 2 words and an exclamation mark. He said, "Planet Rescue." Thank you, Greg.
And in a similar note, Rocky Star replied with I think 2.5 words, low G basketball.
That's such a unique response.
It is.
It's very. Again, as I was saying pre-show, I've been on a bit of a retro kick, and I remember there was a was it NBA Jam or something like that? It was a basketball game for the NES, and it was the only basketball game I've ever actually enjoyed because it was just stupid fast. It was like 2-on-2, crazy fast, and just loads of fun.
It's funny that because you know when Alec had the Guardian Balls and we were all playing Guardian Ball, I quite enjoyed that in a very very perverse way. So yeah, the thought of just I don't know, you need a portal gun or something to pick up the Guardian Ball.
Oh, like a gravity gun.
Yeah, and shoot it across the core. I think that would be a great idea, just for a little diversion.
I have to admit, just tying in with this, the thought of any kind of gameplay which includes variable gravities could be a hell of a genre changer.
Sure.
Yeah, that could just be hella interesting.
Well, with that, I was also thinking like Rocket League as well, but with SRVs.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely. I'd be up for
that'd
that.
be a lot of fun. Oh, aye.
That'd be super fun.
Imagine trying to do that in a 5G world.
But that's where that's where on a 5G world or a 0.1G world, that's where a lot of the challenge would be, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that was one of the things that I was doing on Saturday. I was playing my favorite part of Odyssey, which is called Punt the Pirate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's where you instead of actually shooting pirates hanging around crashed ships or satellites, what you do is you get in your SRV, you don't shoot them, you drive up to them as fast as possible, and then measure to see how far they fly. I think I broke my record on Saturday. I think we had one that went 700 meters. Admittedly, the graphic it was 0.05 G, so they went a long way.
So we need to do it sort of like curling, but with pirates. Is that what you're saying?
Space curling.
Yeah, space curling, where you get someone sort of clearing the space in front so that the pirates skid along further and then aim for a target somewhere in the middle. I think that's how curling works. Is that how curling works? It's how curling works.
I don't know. You're Scottish.
It's they sweep stuff. What's the joke? It's how they put the bins out up in the islands. Yeah,
no, that's not the joke. That's not the joke. All I remember was that the women's curling team that won in a Winter Olympics. The GB women's curling team that won, there was a Scottish woman who was the one who was the main one with the stones and pushing the stones because she used to yell in Scottish, and that's why I said so.
She used to yell in. Do you mean she yelled in Gaelic or just
no,
just broad Scottish accent.
A very, very broad Scottish accent. I think her name was Rona something. And that was why my brain went, well, you're gonna know because all Scottish people do curling.
Actually, I have done curling.
There we go.
And so have I. Oh,
there you go. Fucking stereotypes. We did it.
I've not.
I think you don't do it when the reason you don't do it is the less you do it, the more your accent goes. That's why.
So basically, the more curling you do, the more like you sound.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, the more Scottish you sound. It's a curling to accent ratio. It's right there.
It uses the same muscles, the Scottish accent and curling.
Yes, 100%.
That's the science behind it. That's the science.
Yes.
Ravens, Bob, go on, Claire. Go on to the next one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to find out the name of this woman. Bill Radloff says space farming, either farming on Earth-like worlds, terraformed worlds, or inside of space stations and or planetary bubble colonies. I only say this because I've put almost half as many hours in Farming Simulator 22 this year as I have in 10 years of Elite.
Oh my God.
Space farming, you say?
Jesus. I think that would be really fun, really relaxing. Holy shit!
Yeah, but doesn't that Farming Simulator 22 only really work because you can advance time?
Oh, that would be a
Yeah, but-
hardcore mode, would it not? If you were farming in real time in the simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that it could be set in the Elite universe, but it doesn't have to follow the same time schedule. It doesn't have to be real time. Holy shit!
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's the way it would
space
work. It
science
has to
grain.
be.
It grows in 5 minutes, and yeah.
As long
Yeah,
as you can get
yeah.
your Keystone Brand coffee.
They've got progenitor cells that they just spray onto the crops.
Yeah, it's
Job
why
done.
it's why you've got to get your
That's how that
field.
works.
You've got to get your field engineered, Colin. That's what you've got to do. Got to get your field engineered, and then you get increased yield and faster speed.
100%. That's exactly how it works.
Okay, yeah. Although I must admit, I do quite like the idea of having that kind of thing if you put it into the whole base building thing, if you like.
Let's try it.
Yeah. Well, Greg Bow has come up with a good one. A horror survival RPG. You awake trapped on a generation ship, and somewhere something strange, creepy, and deadly is happening to the crew. It's Alien Isolation, really, isn't it?
Alien Isolation. It's
Yeah,
great.
just replace the alien with a Thargoid. One single Thargoid going through the entire crew on a generation ship. I think that would work.
I'd be too scared, and I would watch someone else play it, and I send Psykit as my tribute.
Hey. I've like every October I get to October and I'm like, I should really pick up my save on Alien Isolation and finish it. And it's not because I'm too scared. It's a little bit because I'm too scared, but it's also because I will easily find other things to do and occupy my time.
Yeah, I've got Alien Isolation. I've got it on VR, and no, I just can't. It's even just walking around the ship before everything goes wrong. I can't do that because I know that something's going to go wrong.
I think on the back of this, something, you know what? Are you guys aware of a horror game called I'm on Observation Duty? Any of you aware of that?
No.
Okay, so I'm
to watch.
No, I'm on observation duty. It's basically you're looking through it's gonna sound initially like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I suppose it could also have that kind of feeling to it. But you're going through security cameras and checking off anomalies on security cameras. And if you recognize an anomaly or something's changed, you register it, and then it goes that anomaly goes away, it resets basically. Something like that in set like maybe on a generation ship, or in certain rooms on a generation ship, or a prison on a generation ship where scary shit is going on would be pretty cool. If we're in the horror moment right now, there's loads of different horror things that you could do along those lines. Even like a Five Nights at Freddy's style thing with robot bartenders that are gonna go crazy. Something like that. That sits in a really nice jump scary bit.
Yeah.
I think so. I like that.
Talking about space, prison-y things and so on. Did any of you guys play the original Unreal?
No.
The original Unreal has got a great story. I wish they'd do a remaster of that actually. But it starts out with you being like the lone crewman basically on a prison ship. I think it had crash landed, and my god, I was shitting myself going through that. Such a good start to the game.
Isn't something like Dead Space just that kind of thing as well?
Maybe I've got Dead Space, I've just not played it.
I just keep on seeing this thing about having to drill something out of your eye. And I just...
Isn't that Baldur's Gate?
No, you don't have to do that. You can choose not to do it if you're particularly squeamish. Oh god, I'm thinking of another horror game as well, but I can't remember the friggin' name of it. It was amazing. And it was on a space station around Saturn. Oh god, and I think you play as the AI in that. Oh, it's so good. It was on Xbox Game Pass for a little bit. And I played through the whole of it in like 6 hours. It's another one of those ones where it's a relatively short game. Oh, is it called Observation?
The Observer?
I don't, I'm going to double check. It's either The Observer or Observation.
While you do that, I will move on to Seraphim, who has been in touch, suggesting a point-and-click adventure rooted deep in the politics and the mystery of the Elite Dangerous universe. And I think that would be a firm one for the lore fans, definitely.
You know what I think we should do? We should have Rescued from Lave Station, a point-and-click adventure where you are in charge of the second tech as he desperately tries to point-and-click his way out of the waste recycling center all the way back to the bridge.
That's effectively Oregon Trail, and I guarantee you that they die of dysentery.
And all you start with is a wrench.
Oh god, yeah. So on the racing theme, Andy Scholes is saying Mario Kart in SRVs.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, done and done.
Yeah, so what we'd have to do is just take your standard Scarab and just add mines, add banana skins.
Yeah.
You're going to need to get all those engineering done. It's great.
All the different engineers. That's who the racers would be. It would be all the engineers racing, and they would all have little unique things that they would be throwing out the back of the SRV.
You know when you get hit in Mario Kart and it goes to the slow-mo and the highlights at the end, and the person that hits you just sort of like stares at you as you go past. I can just see Etienne Dawn doing that incredibly well.
He's just throwing body parts.
Yeah.
My son shared a video with me of a live guy going around in America where he's in a go-kart all done up like Mario Kart, and he was throwing bananas at policemen, at police cars.
Lave Radio doesn't recommend doing that in any situation.
I swear I've seen something similar where there are people going around New York City. They've got
New York City?
Yeah, go around New York City. One's dressed as Mario, one's dressed as Luigi, and one's dressed as Donkey Kong. And they're going around the grid in little go-karts and genuinely throwing turtle shells and bananas at people.
In this video, the police pulled the guy over and he was like, I'll let you off, but you need to give me a bag of coins. So of course he did.
Bribery.
Excellent.
We have Silas Wesley, who has said Space Station Simulator. Run the orbitals, manage the traffic control, collect dues from station vendors and services, make sure ship repair facility is stocked and has qualified staff, manage outbreaks and the fallout of faction wars. I'd buy it. I would probably also buy it, Silas Wesley. That is right up my alley. It sounds a bit like Ixion, but without the permanent fear of death. And I like that in a game.
Yeah.
The lack of imminent death.
Fear of death.
Well, no, it's a case of if you don't run the space station properly, you get fired. Or put into the waste recycling system.
That's paid. Oh, I'm
Lock.
getting so many ideas. I'm going to keep updating my one. Mine's going to be an essay by the time we're done.
It's out there, Lock. The peasants have revolted and have kicked the overseer out of the station.
We've got Commander 67, Mistaken Not, or 6 Mistake Not. Good grief, wow. Well, funnily enough, they were discussing that the other day. He would like a Civ-alike or a Total War Elite. That's back to kind of like Homeworld again then, isn't it? Yeah. But a Civ, I don't know how you do Civ.
Stellaris.
Well, yeah, okay, so it'd be
Stellaris.
Stellaris then, yeah.
Stellaris would be, or if you want to do like on an Earth-like world.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be Civ. But like on an Earth-like world, but with set in the Elite Dangerous universe, so with certain mentions of Alliance, Federation, things along those lines.
I know that
Did anyone else play Alpha Centauri?
No.
No.
Same guy as who did Civilization, but sci-fi based. Only did one and an expansion of it, I believe. But I actually preferred it over Civilization.
So the sci-fi enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that you could develop your own tech trees and things. So you could actually develop how your tech was going, and I loved that.
Very neat. Very neat.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, it would be Stellaris. I mean, isn't there a version of Stellaris which is set in? It plays exactly the same, but it's Star Trek.
That's a mod. It's a massive mod for it.
Yeah. I thought it was an official game. But
I don't believe so. I'll double check.
Yeah.
Anyway, meanwhile, yeah, from the Star Wars universe rather than the Star Trek universe, we have Darth's brother. It's Chirpy Vader who's been in touch to suggest SimCity Fargoy Defense. It's I like
how
it.
that would go to SimCity, but yeah,
I don't know how it would go. I don't think the Sims would fare very well. I think your city would be demolished very quickly. It would be slightly caustic, but I would like to see you try.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I suppose it's the equivalent of XCOM, really. You could try that.
So, update on the Stellaris thing. Star Trek Infinite came out on the 12th of October 2023, based on the core systems of Stellaris, leveraging the deep and complex system and making them its own.
Yeah.
I know there was a mod as well, because I definitely...
So is Star Trek Infinite is its own thing, is it?
Yeah, it's something that you can buy.
Okay.
Oh, I remember now, because it was on the aforementioned guard frequency. They were complaining about it because what's happened is that when they went off to do the Star Trek fork, if you like, they split the code, and Stellaris went off and then fixed a lot of the problems that they had with it. So there was all these extra quality of life improvements. I can hear Alec spinning in his grave right now. But there was a lot of quality of life improvements which made the game a lot better. But people who are playing the Star Wars mods are going, the Star Trek version rather, are then going, hang on, why can't we do the good stuff that's over there?
Yeah. No comment on that. I think M. Weeble's got a really unique idea actually here. A film noir style private detective drama.
The Warglass Detective Agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually the people in game. We could have something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Blade Runner. Have you ever played the? It came out on. It got re-released on GOG a couple of years ago. As an updated version of the old Blade Runner game from the early 2000s, and it's actually quite good. You don't go running around shooting replicants, but you've got to track them down. That'd be quite good.
My mind went straight to The Wolf Among Us. So when with regard to that, so when consider Wolf Among Us, smash it into the Telltale Expanse game, 2 Telltale games, smash the Telltale Expanse game against the Wolf Among Us, and then pop out a film noir style detective thing, but set it in space. I am all over that.
Sold. I'll buy it.
It sounds like
Telltale. I know you're not very busy at the moment.
Is that like LA? Imagine LA Confidential. LA Confidential.
You mean LA Noir?
LA Noir. Is that what it was? I thought it was LA Confidential.
LA Noir, it was called.
Ah, right.
LA Noir was slightly different. That's where Press X to Doubt comes from. I'm
actually thinking something that Chris Jarvis did of Animal Crossing Noir.
Oh,
that is funny.
Amazing. Pikachu has to.
Have you seen them?
No. Well, remember,
it's a brilliant series.
It's been a while because he did mention it quite a lot when he was on the show.
Yeah.
But It's that long ago, I can't remember.
Is this before or after you took a hiatus for 10 years?
Oh dear.
We had Savlander, who says a survival horror action adventure along the lines of Dead Space, but set inside a Coriolis that has been overrun by two warring factions, the Thargoids and some version of the Guardian AI. Explore, endure, extract, escape. Deadly dangerous, an adventure in elite space. He's given us a tagline and everything.
Wow.
That's a full elevator pitch right there. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it because I'm terrified already just by reading it. But it does look good. It does sound good.
You don't want to be playing the new the reworked System Shock or System Shock 2 then?
Definitely don't. Definitely don't. Got sent it. Never opened it.
Oh,
no,
they're
no,
good.
no.
No, they are good, but they when you suddenly realise who or what the monsters are that you're fighting, you suddenly feel a bit queasy.
It's weird because I used to really like that creepy creep feeling and feeling a bit creepy. Oh, I don't want to spoil Doctor Who because I watched Doctor Who on Saturday, and let's just want to say for a moment, Doctor Who is what Russell T Davies and Disney money is doing for Doctor Who is fantastic, and I'm all over that shit. But Saturday's episode was one of the scariest episodes I've ever watched. And it just keeps I keep thinking about it and I keep going back to it. And there was a moment in it where David Tennant says, when I fixed the arm, there was a problem with the jaw. And if you know, you know. And that currently lives rent-free in my head. And I feel like a survival horror game set in the Elite Dangerous universe might do something along those lines as well. Nah, I didn't like it at all in the slightest, and I'm not going back there.
What made me laugh is that they locked down that script quite early. There was no promotion about it or anything like that. And so everybody got away with themselves and went, oh, Peter Capaldi will be back in this one. Oh, so we'll insert name of your favourite Doctor here. And of course it just turned out to be
Yeah, it was just David and Catherine, and with Bernard Cribbins at the end, and it was just so good. When you get actors with that chemistry, and we've gone on a huge tangent.
Yeah, spoilers as well, by the way.
Well, I mean, and when you get actors of that caliber on the stage with that good camaraderie and who can act against each other that well, it was so good. It was so good. I like the minimal cast ones as well. Like the
I
small
love
cast
two
ones.
people in an elevator kind of that.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
They
Well,
are so
Heaven
good.
Sent. Heaven Sent is one of the best episodes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I wish you hadn't said two people in an elevator, Ben. I keep on thinking 11.
Yes.
Anyway, Joel Miles. I seem to get these. I would like a building game where you could build a base and claim land, and then you could expand your territory and set up a trading, defense, shipyards, etc. You can also build outposts and stations. Yep.
Sounds
Is
good.
it just on one planet, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you get like a base building game, that feels more a lot more micromanagey, so a bit more RimWorldy, I would say, rather than a big planet crafting kind of thing.
I have got Tala, who has suggested Starship Repair Simulator. You run out to salvage wrecks for restoration. You complete jobs fixing up other people's ships and parts, that sort of thing. I like that.
Make it a VR game.
That'd be
Make it a
kinda
VR
cool.
game. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. That's another unique one. Love it.
So yeah, Ultra Snail saying, well, that's hard. Mainly because the obvious ones have sort of been done. car racing elite style done, missions Bethesda style done. I'd go for a mashup between SimCity, oh my god, I'm old, and Terraforming.
Isn't that really populous?
Yeah, maybe. Kinda.
I know.
Populous is good, though, so nothing wrong with
Look,
that.
I gave myself this one. Strap in, lads, we're for a ride.
I need to get a drink.
Yeah, Cheb's Will's back, and he's got stuff to say this time. Will says that I guess I'd have a few. I've played a lot of Armor games, going back to original Operation Flashpoint. When Odyssey was announced, there was rumors of it being like Armor. I thought, great, one-shot kills, frantic close-quarter battles, and ludicrously over-the-top support weapons, proper CNC battles and sneaking around. I'd buy that for $1. I've also played a lot of car games, so a larger selection of SRVs and some proper racetracks put on various G and temp worlds to race on. The hot worlds might eat my soft compound tires. I've also played lots of the management sims. I guess ruling my own settlement and managing its resources, etc. would be cool, and putting my own flag there. Hunting survival games. I've had plenty of hours on, but I guess the idea of crash landing on a water world and having to survive for a few days for a rescue wouldn't be popular with Psychic. You're quite right. You wouldn't need to go into deep water. Yeah, you fucking wouldn't. It'd be terrifying. I'll add a few more because I played Artemis Bridge Simulator for a while. A proper multi-crew option would be ace. The engineer running around in the bowels of the ship fixing stuff, fighter pilots having to run to the fighter bays, directed scanners for the science officer to run. I guess it would only really work for a ship size way above the Imperial cutter. Maybe we can buy mega ships, or the carriers give us options for big battles with multi-crew.
Basically, you want bridge crew, don't you?
Yeah,
you want Star Trek bridge crew, or you want I mean, you could do it in the cutter. I think the cutter would be big enough to run around.
You see, I think this is the thing that was one of the major disappointments with multi-crew when it came out in 2.3. A lot of people were kind of hoping for that. They were hoping that you would be able to actually use the gunner role, use an engineer role. You have a science role, but or a fighter pilot role. They were hoping for it to be a lot more than it actually was. And when it didn't happen, I think that's when a lot of the saltiness really started. I always thought.
I think the saltiness was already there, but yeah, that did generate more.
Yeah. Especially when all of a sudden you could quite easily sabotage. If you wanted to be a nasty pasty and sabotage someone's ship via multi-crew by, I don't know, shooting a policeman, you could. Quite easily.
So are you not supposed to shoot the police?
Well, not if you're an unwanted ship just doing a cargo run and you think, I know, I'll just fire my gun over there, that cop, as we're coming into dock.
I feel like you're speaking from experience here, Colin.
Well, not me doing it. Being on the receiving end of it.
Oops.
Anyway. We have Steph, good old Commander Xena. I'm not sure that I'd actually play this, but given that FDev are good at simulations, Starport Manager. Yes, you get to be the docking controller, trying to find spaces for all those ships, arranging cargo handling, resolving disputes between those troublesome commanders who absolutely insist on having the bay nearest the exit. VIPs arriving, I'm the king of the Emperor, how dare you allocate me in a bay next to a federal dropship, and managing on-station policing, maintenance, catering, goodness knows what else, and then some bigwig from outer system declares a community goal, and the docking area suddenly gets overrun with containers of titanium, with every pirate within 20 light years in any direction descending upon the navigation beacon. That sounds like B5 simulator to me.
I was thinking it sounded like a bit like 2 Point Campus in Space or 2 Point Hospital. 2 Point could make a great game like that. There's also Galactica that is on the precipice of coming out, and Starship Odyssey as well sounds a bit like that, which is in early access at the moment. All of those games fit that kind of like bracket.
So this actually says this is exactly what Dockers was, wasn't it?
Oh, you don't want Dockers the game. Oh.
Dockers the game,
Oh.
yes.
You know you do.
That's intellectual property that should remain untapped.
Yeah, the ultimate pay-to-lose game, Dockers.
Oh dear.
Oh man.
Right. Oh, I've been given the dour Scott. It's me.
Us now, we're on us.
We're on us. It's us. It's our suggestions of things. I suggested a house flipper style game where you're renovating and reselling crashed ships, maybe tidying up the odd settlement or two. I thought that would be kind of a fun thing, like the crashed derelict ship, and then you fix it up and sell it on for loads of money, and then maybe eventually save up and buy a settlement that you can do
like
up and sell
Homescape
on.
or Gardenscapes or whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think my elevator pitch did not go well. The elevator pitch did not
shit.
go well,
Oh,
guys.
shit, you suck.
God. Oh no.
See,
Get back in your bin, Chris.
I'm suggesting, one of my basically favorite games, but in the Elite universe is, I would love me some Elite themed RimWorld, which frankly could probably be done using a mod.
Yeah.
I'd swap out the factions for Elite ones. Add it instead of the Hive, you could have Thargoids.
Mm-hmm.
So much potential. Instead of the AI things, you could have Guardian things. So easily it would fit in so easily. But if you could, RimWorld actually does have some lore. So if you could kit it out with the Elite Dangerous lore, then that would just I'd be all over that. And it has to be in that style of graphic as well. Yeah.
But RimWorld style of graphics.
That kind of, just like silly little oblong man with a round circle, nothing fancy. And I think this is the thing that I find with that game you mentioned earlier, Si, that's like 3D RimWorld, that Frontier put out.
Stranded Alien Dawn.
Yeah. I liked Stranded Alien Dawn, I really did. But I can't get into it as much as I can in RimWorld. And I think it's possibly because with the 3D people, I wind up caring about them too much. And it's just...
Okay, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get that entirely.
Seeing them shivering.
2D little friggin'
2D little blobs,
weird
and you don't
sprite things, yeah.
It's okay if they lose an arm.
They have too much humanity. As soon as one of the people die, I'm like, nope. When did my last save?
It's traumatic.
When was my quick save?
Yeah,
chronomancy is real in that game. It's a superpower.
And especially with RimWorld now has got children and everything in it as well. And God, I'd hate it if
I don't know that Himamont would ever put.
No, I think it was a very interesting place to go for RimWorld as well. But then again, everyone playing RimWorld's a sick bastard, so I think you just take that as a given.
I mean, let's face it, a lot of us do stuff in video games that we definitely wouldn't do in real life.
And that is the whole point of a video game.
Exactly.
I mean,
Except
I would never wear a snowman's helmet in real life.
Except the problem is when I try and be bad, I end up unable to be bad. No.
I haven't. Yeah, I'm thinking about giving up my dirge thing. I can't do it.
Mate,
I can't do it.
I'm playing it tomorrow. I'm playing mine tomorrow, and the more I think about it, the more sad I am about it. So I'm just like, fuck it, Dirge Redemption, it's happening.
I'm thinking like maybe I'll go and I'll go Paladin or something, just like super good because I can't.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. So I had some thoughts. I've had lots of thoughts. Sometimes some may say that I have too many thoughts, and you should shut the fuck up, Claire, and sit down. So I was very much interested in some idea of like turn-based strategy XCOM style game. I thought that might be really cool, like set on different stations, infiltrating different stations, but with turn-based XCOM. Also, like, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3, that the fighting style when you drop into initiative, I love that. I think it's amazing. I love the way that's been implemented. I'd love to see something like that, but in space. And not just like on the astral plane, but XCOM. XCOM is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't play it enough, and that would be really, really cracking. I also thought like going really mundane and having some kind of mental Stanley Parable style game where you're just like following some dude around with a when you start talking about hitchhikers, I was like, we could do some sort of like dumb narrative thing, little narrative story that you followed random dude around and see how it was. And then there was another thing that we were talking about. There was another thing that we were talking about, and I was like, oh, we can do we could have like a Papers, Please style game, but set in Elite, crossing into a Federation border or something, or Glory to
That's
the
like more
Glory
like
to
the Empire, isn't
Ostotska.
it?
Yeah, it'd be bask in her glory.
Yeah. Going like a station, like a station thingy point. I thought that would be quite fun.
Oh, station customs point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Only you have various comical reasons. This person's come from Slough. We don't want them here. They're still glowing.
Yeah, loads of different reasons why you wouldn't let people in, based on previous in-game lore events. Like, we're looking for people who may possibly be clones or terrorist NMLA people. Those kind of things. We could be scanning people for weapons. It would be a cool game set within the parameters of Elite lore and stuff. And then you'd be looking for bug exoskeletons, a bug wearing a person suit or something like that.
So it's Men in Black, a cockroach wearing a human suit. Lovely.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to be boring, because I think a perfect fit would be a sort of a base management sim. So you could either have it as a single player thing set up, still set in the Elite Dangerous universe, but offline from the main game, or either as an expansion to the Elite Dangerous game where it's got the same micromanagement of building up a base, but when you get low on supplies, you can still fly off in your ship, get the supplies, and bring them back. I always had this feeling that each one of, obviously there'd be start off a player controlled bubble off somewhere else, and people who can only have one type of economy per base, so that players would have to either be forced to trade in order to build up a network. I would love that kind of thing.
So you'd make that like a multiplayer?
Oh, you could have it just as a single player version. There's a game out that I play constantly called Planet Base, where you set up a base in a certain environment, and then you've got to actually make sure that the base expands and that people still stay alive. For some reason, all my little people die. Maybe it's because I'm not a good base administrator, but yeah, I would love that to be either a single player, or you could have it as an extension of Elite Dangerous, where people could actually get involved with the base, and that might mean they'd have a special add-on be called the ARI cleanup service.
What about Viscera cleanup detail, but in space? And that's Ari's cleanup crew.
Yeah,
it's Viscera cleanup. It writes itself. We've given Elite so many, like, Frontier. This is a money machine. You got a license to pay with money.
And all we're asking for collectively is what, 50%?
I was going to say 10 years worth of content.
10 years worth of content. There we go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Right. Well, what will happen is I'll just quickly do the any other business, and then I'll hand over to Psychic for the call outs. Right, we've got the Dex Legacy Season 2. It's returned with an explosive and thrilling adventure, Episode 2, For the Love of the Fight. That premiered tonight on Lave Radio, just before this show. You can find further information at thedexlegacy.com, included links to the paperback book, The Dex Legacy Season 1, collected scripts and commentary by Emily. Inkpen can also be found on the website. There's also the complete Season 2 in HD audio. They also just hit 125,000 downloads.
Nice.
Very nice.
Awesome.
So, Psychic, you are having a Game Award party.
Hey, Americans. Hello, Americans. On Friday morning, my time, so midnight. The Game Awards starts at 1 a.m. On Friday morning. Me and Katie are staying up and watching it, but we're also streaming it and drinking wine and getting up and getting dressed in fancy award show clothes, and we're going to watch it. We also have a prediction form that you can fill in, and Katie and I will be talking about it. You can go and fill that in at psychic.tv/the Game Awards. There's an option for including your email, and there's an option for not including your email. We did the including your email because so many people on the last one kept asking us what they picked. So that's why we've done 2 separate forms, so you don't have to use that if you don't want to. But by all means, please just make some predictions, because we're keeping a tally. And brownie points are going to winners each time. But yeah, we'll be finishing at 4 a.m, which is good, really, because I got a nice sweet spot at 5:30 where I'm going to bed at the moment. So I don't think it's going to be a problem at all.
Yeah, I put my votes in. I thought it was okay until I got to the streamer teams and the
I
people.
literally rolled a dice for those. It's absolutely fine. I rolled a dice and went for anything that was. Oh, you see, my votes went for Baldur's Gate because obviously they did, but I don't know that Baldur's Gate is going to win everything. Hopefully it wins a lot, because, you know, you watch two women in their 30s cry on stream. Why not?
If you enjoy salty tears, tune in to Psychic Stream.
No, it'll be happy tears, because it's gonna win. It will win a lot. It will win a lot. I'm convinced, because it's fucking incredible, but we'll see. But it's just gonna be a bit of fun, have a bit of wine, have some bants. Katie's ridiculous, and she's amazing to just like hang out with and do stuff with, and it's fun to stream with her. So we're doing more stuff. So yeah.
Excellent. Right, we also have Alan Stroud. Remember him? Commander Alan Stroud from the Lave Radio podcast. Well, he's got a new book out called Terror. It's part of his Fractal series. After the aftermath of the Atacama incident, take a drink, guys, an investigator tries to piece together clues on who might be to blame as corporations move in to exploit the situation and cover up the evidence. As she gets closer to the truth, she gets closer to danger. And you can find that on Amazon. We'll also supply a link on the in the show notes. Does anybody else have any other business?
Hey, I want to give you a warning. I want to give you a warning about what the question of the week is going to be this week when it goes on Saturday, because I believe we're turning it into an AMA next week. So if you've got anything, we're getting towards the end of the year. If you've got anything that you wish to ask any of the crew members, we'd love to answer those questions next week. I might post it a little bit early.
To answer them, can we lie?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no zone of truth here.
All questions shall be answered under oath.
all questions will be answered. We all have the we all have the onus. We're all more than able to set boundaries for ourselves. But yeah, if you, it's gonna be an hearing.
That is nose up, critters.
Listen. Digital boundaries are fucking different.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be an AMA. So if you've got a pressing question that you would like to ask one of our either Chris Mark 4, either Chris Mark 5 or brand new tech, or either Ben Moss Woodward, Colin Ford, Alec Turner, or this dickhead, you can certainly do the thing. And if you wish to ask us some questions, it will be available for stuff.
Excellent. Right. Quickly, our shoutouts. Our sister station, the insignificant Hutton Orbital Radio. It broadcasts on Thursdays from 8:30. You can tune in at twitch.tv/Hutton Orbital Truckers, or just the audio you can find at radio.forthemug.com. For the discerning commander that likes a bit of CQC action, check out the CQC Discord at discord.me/Elite Dangerous CQC, all one word. Also giving shout-outs to the following Elite Dangerous podcasts. So that's the aforementioned Guard Frequency and also the Loose Screws. We do have, following this, the latest Galnet News Digest, as provided by Commander Witherspoon and Commander Beetlejude. And we'd also like to thank everybody who's chipped in the Twitch chat and the in-game commanders that's been involved in Ben's meeting.
Orgy, you can say it. It's episode 69. It was an orgy. How many people did you have? How many people joined your orgy?
I only had Chris, but joining us tonight we have Noddy, Commander Soka 42, Black Knight 7607, Elvis Kremens, Siberius.
Hot. All of this is hot.
Acefire 2866, and William Solo.
I'm going to write some more smart about this particular event. Who?
Bad Bjarn.
Okay. I heard Bad Dong and I was like, that's a compliment.
What?
So be aware of Psychic's latest round of slash fiction coming your way. Right, so special thanks to Commander Tokuso, J.M. Trax, and Alan Stroud, who have all created music for the show. But that is it for yet another episode of Lave Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can contact us, or you can find the contact links. I'll get the hang of this bit in the end. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can find the contact links in the home/contact us menu of the laveradio.com website. Do let us know if there's any questions or if there's anything you'd like us to discuss in a future episode. Lave Radio is recorded live on a Tuesday evening at 8:30 and streamed out at laveradio.com/live. So, thanks to Ben.
Good night, Colin.
Okay. He's all shagged out.
Just no. All of a sudden, I've just got an image of Carrot in the Box. No.
That's one other place the carrot's been.
Good night, Claire.
I was going to make a comment about something about 69 and then something came in my head and no, don't say that. Something I'd like passed through my head. You know how you let the intrusive thoughts win? Nope. And I was just like, I really wanted to say something about a good dicking, and then I decided against saying it. And then I thought if I'd No, I explained it in context. It's very important that I didn't actually say it. I'm just telling you what I decided not to say. And that's why it's important. But episode 69, nice. We got through it, lads.
And special thanks to the Chris Mark IV for stepping in at the last moment and being the tech specialist as well as an awesome contributor.
A public safety announcement. Please do not eat any of the carrots that have been left at the bar.
Oh no, I feel a bit ill.
No, I'm not. No, that one I can't say.
Right, so until next time, commanders, fly safe. And if you can't do that, fly dangerous.
Is your life like this? Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. You need a safe word.
Space can be done.
I'm going to see the galaxy.
Nice. No worries, guys. Hold the fort for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Galnet News Digest, 5th of December 3309. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, Tanner tells us the Thargoids will find a way. The Alliance protest against Sirius flops. And can anyone remember who Jerome Archer is?
Following last week's celebrations of the isolation of Titan Tyrannus, Aidan Tanner has warned that the Thargoids will find a way to fight back. 3/4 of the systems held by the Thargoids in May this year are now back in human hands. Tyrannus, the first Maelstrom to arrive last year, is the first Maelstrom to have all the surrounding systems, including those hosting Spire sites, reclaimed by humanity. The Hive ship is isolated from Thargoid supply lines and from those vital Spire sites that are believed to fabricate materials to regenerate the mothership. Prior to their shutdown, Professor Ishmael Palin, who was working with Aegis, encouraged commanders to contaminate the Spire minerals, something that may have weakened the fabric of the giant alien spacecraft. However, the Titan, the surrounding Maelstrom, and the entire Hyades sector FB-N B7-6 system remains a Thargoid stronghold. There is as yet no indication that the Titan is planning to leave, and it remains largely impervious to attack. Tanner, who has been a special advisor to Thargoid Research and Defence Agency Aegis, and since it was reformed at the start of the year, reminded those fighting the Thargoids that the aliens have previously managed to snatch a new lease of life from what seemed like certain defeat, and that we should expect some new twist in their tactics. It's hard to imagine what the Thargoids can do to bolster a weakening line. If nothing changes, then all 8 Titans could be isolated in just a few more months. If Palin's program to contaminate the Titan's supplies bears fruit, it could be even sooner. So, perhaps Tanner is being needlessly worried by an enemy that is on the verge of total defeat.
Councillor Nakato Kane's protest against the Alliance Defence Pact with the Sirius Corporation seems destined to fail, and along with it the hopes of a massive 20% discount event featuring 3 Lakon ships. Many in the Alliance are reported to be unhappy with a pact that sees the Sirius Corporation paid handsomely to defend the Alliance against Thargoids, arguing that Sirius has done nothing to protect the Alliance, but has instead infiltrated Alliance space, stationing megaships in key Alliance systems including Alioth. Kane's protest is intended to prove that the Alliance can look after itself. The plan is to stockpile military supplies in Tionisla, a proof-of-concept demonstration that the Alliance does not need Sirius's logistic support. However, with even the lowest goal unlikely to be met by the Thursday morning target, the protest has fallen flat, perhaps making it seem like the Alliance needs Sirius after all. The failure of the protest will come as a boost for the Prime Minister, whose credibility hangs on the success of the Sirius Pact. But with little concrete to show for it, the pressure will still be on for Mahon to prove the worth of the deal. Kane's protest had offered up to 20% off 3 Alliance ships at shipyards in the Tionisla system for a 2-week period. While a not very enticing limited-time offer of 10% off the Alliance Chieftain is still possible, the 20% target now seems next to impossible. If you want 10% off an Alliance Chieftain that badly, you'd be better off spending a few days scanning space vegetables and earning your permit to Jameson Memorial in Shinrarta Desra, and get a permanent 10% off all ships.
Shadow President Jerome Archer may become a footnote in history, according to Federal Free Press. His defeat in the presidential election leaves the Republican Party without clear leadership. It will be Archer's job to remould the party into something that can regain the confidence of voters before the next election. The next election is, of course, 8 years away, so he has plenty of time to achieve this goal. He has said that he plans to return to outgoing President Hudson's nationalist agenda, focusing on a strong military and a stronger police force capable of monitoring internal communications and arresting perpetrators before they have the chance to commit their crime. He likened himself to Hudson as a true patriot and denounced President-elect Winter's plan to shut down the Proactive Detection Bureau. However, when federal citizens see improvements in their living standards as a result of reforms introduced by the Liberal Party, and when they remember what life was like before they had to worry about the PDB listening in on their private conversations, Archer may find it a lot harder to win them back to the idea of an authoritarian government. While there is still no date for President Hudson handing over power to President-elect Winters, it is widely believed that the handover of power will take place early in the new year, following the formal ratification of the victory.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.